I keep forgetting I'm getting older, but when I realize it's too late, wanna be young again, do it over. Feel the innocence on my face. I know you don't owe me any favors, but if you did, it would be more time. So if you're listening, Mother Nature, can't you bend your rules? Just say you'll try. one time. If it costs my soul, you know I'll sell. Say you'll give me a chance. Say I won't have the last dance. Say the hourglass in my head is never running out of sand. Say you'll grant me a wish. Say I won't have the last kiss. Say the hourglass in my head is never running out of sand. It's never running out of Oh, I'm so insecure. Wanna tell you that I love you and much more, but I just can't find the words now. I don't wanna keep it to myself, but every time I open my mouth and stop by my pride, yeah. I'll be typing, then deleting. You must think I'm so confused. Baby, baby, if you only knew the truth. Need the moment, need the minute, just as bad as I need you, even though I'm way long overdue. So if you don't have the will to wait, then I don't wanna keep you. I've got so many things to say, need to tell you I need you. I don't wanna keep it to myself, but trust me, even in the silence, time will tell. Time will tell. Oh. Guess I blame it on my past. Used to plan the future way too fast. Why repeat it when it hurts so bad? Why repeat it when it never lasts? I'll be typing, then deleting. You must think I'm so confused. Baby, baby, if you only knew the truth. Need the moment, need the minute, just as bad as I need you, even though I'm way long overdue. So if you don't have the will to wait, then I don't wanna keep you. I've got so many things to say, need to tell you I need you. I don't wanna keep it to myself, but trust me, even in the silence, time will tell.
Hey there, welcome on into the Spy Flight today. Thanks for coming in today. I hope you're having an okay Monday and you're all set. We got one flight today, Bergen to Copenhagen. It's going to be busy and we need to get pushed and started. So pop into your airplane, flying time. Hey there, welcome on in. Thank you for coming by today. And hope you're surviving your Monday okay, and you're doing good, and you got through the weekend all right. Thanks for putting in some of the wows in at wow time. Senor Tomas did a resub while we were zipping around the airport today. It's been 5 months, so Senor Tomas, thank you for the nice resub, and welcome on in. Thank you for coming by today. Pablo's here. Hi, Pablo. Martel just came in. There is Blue Idol. Hi, Autumn. Autumn from the art studio has arrived as well. We've got to get going on this flight for two reasons. Today, it's vectors to Copenhagen. So vectors to Copenhagen, we got to get going quickly. Otherwise, we'll be sitting on the ground forever. The other thing that we've got to do is we've got to get going too, because apparently I'm getting older and I have to have a telephone meeting with insurance. Because I'm getting old. So, and it got kind of thrust on me today at about 3:30 my time. So we need to get going on that one too. Sorry that this has happened, but we'll get things going on Thursday. And it shouldn't be bad. It's just I have to digitally sign some stuff and I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Let's get the load sheet in. We've got delivery 123.4. Let's request push and start right now, because Loviz just got an 11-minute delay. So if we don't request it right now, we're going to be here for a while. 123.4. Okay, that looks good. Pop that in. And let's come on over here. And I need to get the Katie Pilot thing loaded in here. I need to turn music on. Henrik is here. Hello. And Laxon just checked in from Boda. Pablo, this is Flight Sim 2024. This is 2024. There's the Katie Pilot sound system. And let's turn that down just a little bit. And we'll see if we hear somebody in just a sec. Everything's good to go here. Let's open up the flap. And I'm kind of just waiting till I hear 123.4. All right, let's go ahead and get into the waiting queue here. Flesland Delivery, hello there. Scandinavian 441 is an A321. We are at gate 31 with information Lima, requesting startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 441, Flesland Delivery, good evening. For start and push, contact planner frequency 121.305. Have a nice flight.
121.305 for Scandi 441. Thanks. Have a good week. And 121.305 is our next. Dan just did a resub in the middle of all of this. Hi, Dan. Welcome aboard. Hey, thank you for coming in. Dan's been here for 25 months. I noticed over the weekend that the alert stopped working. I did get those all fixed. Went in and I reconfigured a bunch of stuff in Meld Studio. That's the application that live streamers use to do live streaming stuff. And that's what that one was all about. So got that going. And so the alert should work today. Final load sheet is 71.1. That's correct. 26.4 is our center of gravity. Those numbers are groovy too. Let's come on down here. Sunjammer, I hope things are jamming along for you today. 0243. 0243.
Nordic
that looks good.
Contact ground for pushing start to 121.9. Bye-bye.
Let's go ahead and close some doors here.
121.9, Nordic 120, thanks.
There goes the jetway. Flesland Ground, hi there. Scandinavian 441 is an A321 at gate 31. Information Lima is aboard, requesting startup and pushback. Hi, Eric.
Scandinavian 441, Flesland Planner, good evening. You can expect to be handed over for push in 1 minute.
Handing over for push in 1 minutes. Perfect time to go and get some coffee in the terminal. Thanks from Scandi 441. All right, so 11 minutes. We can handle that, right? Cool. Eric, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming by today. All right, everything looks good to go there. Block fuel, I need 7 point something. I have 8.4. So that looks good. We got a little bit of extra fuel in that one. Let's come on over here. We gonna start up the APU now. That's probably a good idea.
Legend 1 Papa Sierra, god kväll. Nu har du hamnat ett stycke bak I kön. Du får som synes handover.
Let's turn that down there. We got preconditioned air going right now, and I've noticed that that does work, and it will cool your cabin down just a little bit. So that's nice. Let's go and do departure perf. It's dry. Sync the load sheet. Can we sync weather now? Does that work? Syncing the weather doesn't work yet, so I think that they know about this at Phoenix, and they're going to work on a fix. Wind is 320 at 5. 320 at 5. Our temperature here in Bergen is... Oh, that's not the same order. Temperature's 8 degrees. Altimeter is 1019. So you have to put these in manually these days. Now we can calculate speeds. Get those up there. So it's going to be flaps 2, trims up 7. Let's send that in. That looks really good too. That looks great. Come on over here. And did all that pop in? Flaps 2, trim up 7, rotate at 155 knots. That looks really good too. Low vis just got a push, so low vis is getting ready to go. And that looks great too. APU should be popped up about now, so we can come over here. And we're going to get the bleed on, turn it down a click for people in the back. Preconditioned air can go off. And it's green. I'm going to disconnect ground power. Let's get our fuel pumps going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All that looks good. And we can disconnect the GPU now. We can look down here and make sure that our parking brakes are on. They are. And the real pilots aren't just going to look at the handle. The real pilots are also going to say, ooh, it's in the ECAM, and more importantly, they're going to come down here to the accumulator brake pressure gauge and make sure that it's in the green zone. And it is in the green zone, so I'm going to pull the chocks and cones. And all of that looks good. Let's come over here. I've already pre-pulled my charts as I usually do. AGC is our first one. And everything else looks like it's good. So we're going to push from stand 31 straight back in a turn. Let's also get pushback helper because I used GSX yesterday and GSX crashed everything. I mean, it was terrible. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Steel Manhammer, did I say that right? King Kong went to Hong Kong and plane. Well, you know what? I'm not going to dick around with the last one there, but welcome aboard, Steel Manheimer. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Canadian Bear is here. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are having a good week, and that's a great way to start. If you can start your week with a smile, life is just awesome. All right, a little bit of warmth today. We've got rain all over the place here at Spy HQ at the moment. There goes a lufty. I bet that's low vis over there. And I should have set a timer. I should have set the timer for our pushback. See, doors closed. Let's go do seat belts. Get the cabin secured.
Dinner 555, Flesland Planner, good evening. You can expect 9 minutes delay.
Okay, let's go to TARA and start squawking. Mode Charlie is good. Pat Dog, happy Monday. What am I thinking? Happy Monday.
Scandinavian 374, hold position, contact ground for pushback, frequency 121.9. Bye-bye. Hold position and then 121.9. Scandinavian
1219. We got to be getting close. 121.9. There we go. We got that ready to go. I bet a lot of these airplanes are going into Copenhagen, so that's why we've got a little bit of a delay. So events like these, if you can go and be ready for push and start, like as soon as possible, and even call in while you're still finishing up cleaning up the cockpit, chances are you're going to do really good as far as not having to wait too long. Got an Air Canada over there. I wonder if they're going to try and hop across the pond in that. I don't think you would have strobes on here. I think you'd have strobes on closer to the runway. Got a Finnair. Uh-oh, got Ryanair. Big Scandi over there. A big Lufty all the way down at the end. And a green airplane. All the way over there. Mr. Jazz has arrived. Hi, Mr. Jazz. Welcome on in today. I did turn the music on. Oh, yeah, it's on. Happy, I've got to figure out something because I can't just be saying Happy Monday. Seriously, I was a part of the workforce for too many years to be able to say Happy Monday. Martin has always liked the Scandinavian. There was a green airplane. So let's go see what that is. There's a green airplane over here. Who is this? There's another push over there. This is S7 Airlines, Sierra 7 Airlines. No idea, but no idea about that one. So S7 Airlines. Ooh, we got a Brussels sprouts airplane with polka dots. Somebody's probably going to Brussels. So S7 Airlines. I don't think I've ever heard of that one before. To me, Doobie, Twitch is twitchy today. Is it? Oh, let's see. How is the bit rate today? It's normal coming out of here. So it could be Twitch is just twitchy at your end. I'm not sure. Nobody else has reported a problem. Hopefully it will behave. I think hydration is going to be a good thing to do today. Spy coffee is particularly good, but it's been a chilly morning here at Spy HQ. So when it's chilly like this, that always makes it a little bit nicer. Kuba, welcome aboard. Yes, I believe those are pretty much valid there. Those, especially you're on YouTube, and I think those are the most current. Let's see. Tom SCH is on a 3-stream streak. Hey, Tom. Welcome aboard. Hope it is a nice night over in Frankfurt. How could I forget Frankfurt? Hope it's a good, and your week's off to a good start, too. Canadian Bear S7 is a Russian airline. I have not heard of that one. So does that mean that the flight crew is always rushing around? You knew that there was a bad joke coming, right? Martin says that Twitch is working okay at Martin Land. Okay, we've got to be getting close to our 11 minutes here. It's got to almost be time to go. So we'll get another frequency. We're already squawking. Let's get constraints on too for the departure. And I think we got the departure all set up too, right? Yep, departure's all in. I got that taken care of. The airplane should fly when we say fly. You saw that joke coming, really? Well, they are sometimes a little bit obvious, I know. So let's see. Usually, it's going to be Whiskey or Delta coming out. And they'd have a choice of sending us out on Yankee or Whiskey. Yankee or Whiskey around here.
526, planner, good evening.
Twin Smile, a question. I was doing the Chicago event and Indianapolis Center contacted me, and I didn't hit at 360, but I didn't have the waypoint bonnet. I don't know how to put in bonnet. So the Chicago event yesterday, the Chicago events are kind of hard. Because one of the things that happens, especially if you're coming up from the south central, southeast like we were, is you could be either on the VEEK or the Watson arrival. And for the life, I still have not figured out the rhyme or reason for why they always switch us. If you filed the VEEK, they want you on the Watson. If you're on the Watson, they want you to go over and flip.
Canadian 441, hold position, contact ground for push and start 121.9. Bye-bye.
Scandinavian 441, holding position, contacting ground 121.9. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
You too.
Okay, 121.9. Beacon's going on.
Yeah, I can actually browse here.
So that's the hard part, first of all, Twin Smile Aviation. That's why, you know, we always say you really, on these bigger events and stuff like that, you really do need to know your airplane and being able to do that. Now, some smaller events, not so much, but you really need to do that. 119.1. Flesland ground, hello there. Scandinavian 441 is at stand 31, requesting startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 441,
A controller change. Pondef, welcome aboard.
Scandinavian 374, request taxi.
Spy hat for a fast departure. There's a good idea. Got a spy hat.
Hold position, Scandinavian 374.
Okay, so we got another hold position because of a controller change. Things are busy, but things did... I feel like they're moving okay. I feel like they're moving pretty good. You've got a hashtag 1 on your name. What is Isabel? I don't know what that is, Twin Smile Aviation. I don't know what that means. Nobody behind me, so we're just waiting for that. Busy Flying is here.
Scandinavian 441, push and start approved, face west QNH 1019er.
1019, push and start is approved. We'll be facing west, Scandinavian 441. Shall we go? Parking brake is off.
107, sorry for delay, taxi go.
And away we go.
Foxtrot, stand 25.
Busy Flying. I actually think so, but I really like these airplanes. These are my favorites. They're great, great airplanes. I like them a lot. I think that they're really good. But they're not for everybody. And I will tell you that except, you know, for a few things, the A320, if that's the only Airbus that you want, you're going to be doing really, really good with that. And parking brakes. Parking brakes are good. Starting engine number 1. Engine number 1 starts. And let's go ahead and get rid of pushback helper. There goes engine number 1. So I actually, like I said, I like the Phoenix airplanes. They really are great little airplanes. They work really good. But again, if all you need is an A320, that's just fine.
Pondef,
we're on VATSIM. We're on VATSIM. we did some things over on IVAO. I know that they're starting to have more events on IVAO. So I've been kind of thinking we ought to try and do a few on that soon. I mean, that's a lot to set up and all that, I know, but busy flying. You have the A320 at the moment. However, you really want the Bluebird 757 when it releases, or maybe the A220, but you can't afford them all. Well, first of all, the Bluebird, it's going to be a while before that shows up. Okay, so it's not something that you need immediately. It's going to be a while. This is the Phoenix, Pondiff. We're in the Phoenix. I've found that it's a really fine airplane. Starting engine number 2. Engine number 2 starts. And there we go with engine 2. Doing great, Epic Gaming. Thank you for coming in today. Matt Cat, the iFly 737 is a cool airplane. It is a cool plane, and I do like it a lot. You're looking for a payware 737? I got it in Flight Sim 2024. That's your plane. It really is a good one. We fly it all over the place. We flew it a couple times over the weekend. Solid airplane. It's kind of fun. And while we're waiting for the 737s to come out from PMDG, I think it's well worth your time. Hi, Subsonic. Welcome aboard. And Fried Chicken has arrived. Hey, Fried Chicken. Welcome on in. I do too, busy flying. I mean, as long-time spy pilots will tell you, it's got to be a big VATSIM event before I'm going to do a long haul. So for that reason, it's one of the reasons why I really do like the Phoenix A319. Started back to normal, and APU bleed is going off. APU is going off. Let's disconnect the nose wheel pedal, and let's do control checks. So side stick all the way forward, all the way back, and there you go. Martin's waiting for the PMDGs, and the PMDGs are absolutely solid airplanes. They really are. But we've also become real big fans. A lot of the spy pilots have become big fans of the iFly 737 MAX. Okay, looking good. Flaps are going to be 2. Flaps are 2. Speed brakes are armed. Come on, speed brakes. This isn't the best angle to get these. There we go. And auto brakes are max. Looking good there. Let's do nose light. Cabin call. Flesland Ground, hello again. Scandinavian 441 pushed and started from stand 31, requesting taxi.
Scandinavian 441 for now, hold position.
We'll wait here, Scandi 441. Infinite Movies. Welcome aboard, Infinite Movies. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. How are you liking VATSIM so far? One of the things I always like to say, if somebody comes into chat and says, I'm learning VATSIM right now, and we're in a big VATSIM event like this where there's a lot of airplanes, it's going crazy, I always like to say, Infinite Movies, do not let the complexity of what you're seeing right now scare you away from VATSIM, okay? There's a huge learning curve in all of this. And so you will pick it up, okay? Busy flying. You mean this thing here? Hey, guess what, busy flying? You ready for it? You ready to be totally deflated? That's a text file. It's a text file. I type my notes into it. That's all there is to it. If you'd like a copy of it, I could put a copy of it over on the Chit Chat channel on Spy Discord. Let me send you a invite. It's free. Let me know when you're over there, and I'll put a copy of mine so you can copy and paste it into your notepad and use it. Yeah, I manually change it, busy flying. I manually change it. It's a notepad. That's what I do. I just have that little format that's evolved over the years.
555, taxi Whiskey, Golf and Yankee, holding point Alpha 8, runway 35.
Whiskey, Golf, and Yankee.
Golf, holding point
Alpha 9.
For 8 runway.
Uh-oh, Lovis says things have stacked up.
Clear 555, confirm Whiskey, Golf, and Yankee.
Busy Flying uses a whiteboard.
Scanner 526, after the Senior A320 passes behind, push and start approved, straight push, green H1.
Fried chicken. I used to use so much paper. I'm not kidding. Before I started putting my, getting a PDF of my flight plan. So I have a PDF of my flight plan over here on the desktop. So I always do that. And then I also have my cute little notepad here. I use so much paper. I mean, they were considering, making me a board member of some paper.
441, after the company A320 parks on your left, taxi Echo and Yankee, holding point Alpha 9 near runway 35.
After the company parks off to our left, we're going to be taxiing via Echo and Yankee, and we're going to holding point Alpha 9 for runway 35, Scandi 441. Okay, there's the airplane that's coming in. Pond, if that is Spy Discord, that's Spy Discord. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn that nose light off so that Scandi doesn't think that we're going to move. Because they're probably sitting here looking at saying, are we going to try and come in there, and we're supposed to wait for this airplane to park.
First, Senior 1 Tango Charlie, flat ground hello, taxi Yankee, hold short of Bravo.
Hi, Scandi. And there they go. And now we'll do the nose light back on. Parking brakes are off. And let's see. Let's start rolling. Here we go.
Senior 1 Tango Charlie, A-firm, hold short Bravo.
The invite is outdated? Really? It was working like yesterday. Okay, Yankee, Echo Yankee. Okay, so we're coming out here, Echo and Yankee. Busy Flying says it did just work. Okay, that looks good.
Legend 1 Papa Sierra, taxi Whiskey, Golf and Yankee, holding point Alpha 9, runway 35. Whiskey, Golf, Yankee, Alpha 9.
Takeoff config.
Senior 1 Tango Charlie, taxi
ECAM checklist is green. That looks good. Clear over there.
72, give way to the Senior A250 on your left, and taxi Yankee, hold short of Delta.
Giving way to the finger coming from the left and continue Yankee, hold short of Delta.
Loviz is on the roll, taking off. Happy landings, Loviz.
Unit 758, I was booked for you. Push and start approved, clean H1019.
There's Echo. There's our turn over there.
Unit 758, that's squawk 6036.
I'm not entirely sure, Subsonic. It's going to depend on how long it takes for us to get into Copenhagen. Remember, there's going to be holds. There's, Loviz says it's already jammed up, so there we go. Busy Flying wants Anybills London Heathrow. That's a nice airport, and it's surprisingly well optimized, which is
Subscriber
nice.
confirmed. Top clearance granted, Agent.
Trigon,
Loyalty
did I
noted.
say that right? Trigons, welcome aboard. Thank you for a nice resub today. Thank you for being here for 2 months and helping me to keep the lights on. I do appreciate it. Thank you. This is how I survive, and I couldn't do it without you.
Scandinavian 2872, continue Yankee and Delta, stand 29.
Switching to autopilot while you make some dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner tonight, Triggins?
Finner 1 Tango Charlie, taxi Yankee, hold short of Foxtrot, expect that.
My gosh, looks like we're a ways down. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could be number 6 for the runway. I wish I'd known that. How bad is fuel? Minimum takeoff fuel. We better check this. So, per pilot brief, minimum takeoff fuel is 6.5 tons. I am at 8.2. No reason to panic. We got plenty. No reason to panic. We could just sit here and chill and enjoy our beverages. Pond, if you're trying to complete the VATSIM lessons, so one of the things about VATSIM and stuff is, you know, like, and I always use this example. When you get a new computer game, like the new Assassin's Creed or whatever, you'll spend 10 minutes learning how to hack and slash in Assassin's Creed, and then you get to play the game, right? You know, get to hacking and slashing for fun, right? The thing about Flight Sim is Flight Simulator is a little bit different. The learning process for Flight Sim really is a lot more involved. I mean, these airplanes, the Phoenix airplanes, these are complex little jets right now. They're hard to do. So if you don't have time to learn the VATSIM lessons this week, what about next week? Or the week after that? It's just one of the things about flight simming is the learning curve is much bigger. On the other hand, .1 for Scandinavian 441. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Departure is 121005. But flight simming really is different. So it does take a little more time. Busy Flying says, oh yeah, we use the University of YouTube all the time. YouTube really is where we go to learn things for flight sim. Senor Tomas, welcome aboard. Hey, thanks, Senor Tomas, for that resub today. There are specific VATSIM. There are. You just finished a PPL ground school class and you feel the edge. I will tell you that if you finished a private pilot ground school class, you got it covered. Senor Tomas, you're ready to go.
Lining up and wait for Lufthansa 6 Charlie Delta.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. Posh Martin, I think you've been here long enough. I'll bet you're ready, Mr. Posh Martin. I wouldn't jump into Vectors to Copenhagen or Frankfurt Friday, and I certainly wouldn't jump into a VATSIM event on in Chicago on a Friday night. But some of the smaller VATSIM events that we're doing, you're probably 100% ready now, Mr. Posh Martin. Busy Flying is from Turkey. You like to fly? Oh, absolutely. Fly from your home country first. What Busy Flying just said really is huge. If your home almost every place around the globe has got some sort of VATSIM ATC. But particularly, I also like to suggest you fly out of your hometown airport for a while as you're getting used to all of this. I think that's really important. Smoogie Gaming. Good evening, Smoogie Gaming. Queart is here. Hey, thanks for the raid earlier today. That's right. Flying a Cessna 152 into an international airport is going to cause a problem. When Pondif is flying alone, you take off, engage the autopilot. After about 2 minutes, the autopilot disconnects and you can't re-engage. Sounds like a problem with the airplane. Which airplane are you talking about, Pondif? Could be the fly-by-wire. you may need to have a little bit of a what's called a dead zone in your configuration, your controller configurations. So it could be that your side sticks move it around a little bit, and maybe that's what's disconnecting it. There's not always no traffic. There's been some nice VATSIM events between Istanbul and Antalya that we've done that are really nice. I've always liked, Antalya is a cool airport, and there's some ATC in traffic there.
1-1.04 Lufthansa 6 Charlie Delta. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Turn off replays and no slewing. Important safety tips. Somebody was doing a replay of the takeoff while live. Not exactly the smartest move, no. Infinite Movies, does fuel cut off during takeoff cause the plane to crash? Not necessarily. That was the Air India crash? That's a good question, Infinite Movies. So what actually happens here? Well, there's my fuel cutoffs right there on the Airbus. So you turn that off and that off, that's going to shut down your engines. So that's just flat out. Now, I still haven't read reports or anything, so I don't really know what happened in the cockpit in Air India. But yes, if you're taking off and you flip those two switches off, guess what? You're going to shut down your engines, and if you don't have the engines, my airplane today weighs 71,000 tons, I think. So it's kind of a big deal. That's pretty heavy, a lot of metal. So the thing is it's really hard to turn these off. In the real world, these switches, you actually have to pull the switch up and move it forward or backward. You can't just flip it. That way you can't bump the switch. So they've got little locks on them, which is actually pretty cool.
Continue taxi to Alpha 9 of Copenhagen 374.
Professor 80, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming in today. Pondiv, how is Norway so busy? Well, this is a VATSIM event. This is a VATSIM event in Norway. Flesland Tower, good evening. Scandinavian 441 is on taxiway Yankee in sequence. Busy Flying says there was a busy event in Istanbul recently.
555, taxi Alpha 8. Taxi to Alpha 8, Finnair 555. Scanner 887, contact Flesland approach, frequency 121.0, bye-bye. Approach, departure on 121.0.
We're supposed to go to Alpha 9. They already assigned us a taxiway. Is there turbulence over Istanbul today? I didn't take a look at the big weather.
Finnair 555, that's the right turn now. Turning right, Finnair 555.
Okay, they're going to 8. Alpha 8, we got assigned Alpha 9.
Finnair 555, line up runway 35. Line up runway 35, Finnair 555. Scanning 702, hold short, Yankee, contact ground, frequency 121.9, bye-bye. Hold short, Yankee, and contact ground on 121.9, Scandinavian 702. Scanning 441, continue Alpha 9.
Continuing to Alpha 9er, Scandi 441. Oh, we actually fly in Turkey all the time. One of my favorite places to fly is Greece, around the Greek islands. So we go into Turkey. I usually will go over to Antalya because that's, like I said, that's one of the ones that I like. But in and out of the Greek islands that way. Pablo, there are a lot of airplanes. We have those on these VATSIM events. Parking brakes. Okay, let's do a quick check again. ECAM checklist is still good. We are at 8.1 tons of fuel, so we're looking good there. I think we got more than enough.
526, line up runway 35.
Uh-oh, we could be going any minute now. Atlas Systems says, oh, Turkey, I get it. Hey, Tim Dog, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in today. I thought they had been told to line up.
Finnair 555, contact flight plan approach on frequency 12.0, bye-bye.
121.0, thank you, Finnair 555.
Scandinavian 526, wind 320 degrees, 5 knots, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
There's that one that just got cleared for takeoff. Where it says posture check.
374, line up runway 35 behind the departing traffic.
Okay, posture check. Good idea.
Line up runway 35 behind the departing traffic. Scandinavia 374.
Subscriber confirmed.
Captain
Top
Hawk
clearance
Gaming
granted,
just did a
agent.
resub.
Loyalty
Captain
noted.
Hawk has been here for 6 months. Thanks, Captain Hawk Gaming. Thank you for the awesome support. Really nice jet fuel in the flight plan. Helping me to keep the lights on today.
Nordic 354, clear from tower, hello, continue approach, there will be, what's the pressure ahead?
Approach and what?
There we go. Parking brakes. Thank you so much for that resub, Captain Hawk. All right. Yes, I got that fixed, Professor. I finally got that fixed. Okay. Everything's good here. Let's go to weather and turbulence. And the ECAM checklist is green. Feels good. We're ready to go as soon as they are. I think they said that there was one airplane on final. There it is. So we might get to line up and wait after that airplane lands. Then after departure. So after departure, this one we're going to be making a left turn and around we go.
First on the approach 121 is 10, 26, good night.
See another one over here. I don't know if they're getting ready to come in or not. Was there a mistake yesterday on the Quas flight? I didn't. I didn't.
4 wind 320 is 5 knots, runway 35, clear to land.
Clear to land, I left 35 Nordic.
1, 2, 3, 4 airplanes I see out there. So cool that we can see them now. Okay, posture check. I think somebody said to hydrate.
649er, flight land tower, hello.
Good. Loviz says be ready to go.
For contact flight land approach on frequency 121.0, bye-bye.
I think we're going to do 121.0.
121.0, bye-bye, Scandinavia 374.
That's probably departure. So be ready for direct to Omexi.
Echo India, Mike Lima Lima, Pleasant Tower, hello. Expect Alpha 8 for your departure.
There's Omexi there.
Roger.
Subscriber confirmed. Top clearance granted, agent. Loyalty noted.
Spooky Gaming just did a nice resub. Thanks, Spooky Gaming. Uh-oh, we got another one lined up pretty close behind.
Eurowings 9251 behind landing Nordic.
Hey, these guys are getting to go next. So that one gets to go next. They're probably not going to Copenhagen, that's why.
3177, Tower, hello.
There was discombobulation that happened. Discombobulation. And now we got two airplanes stacked up behind us. Well, and here I thought we were going to be going pretty quick here. Guess not. Discombobulation, yeah, that could be UK for resequencing. Actually, that was a turn. That was from, let's see, Sherlock Holmes movie. Okay, we got one coming in here, so I don't think we're going to go. Maybe after this one. Samuel Gamer, welcome aboard, Samuel.
354, hold position, contact ground on frequency 121.09, bye-bye.
Ground 121.
And please vacate the runway entirely.
Gotta get your tail beyond that little line there, otherwise you're not considered having vacated from the runway. It's getting dark kind of fast here. As Senor Tomas says, KMKE Airport has a designated recombobulation area after you go through security. Really? That's actually kind of nice. A recombobulation area. That's actually, I think that's nice of them to say that. They have deconfliction services. Lova's got a pretty good ground speed today. Yeah, the jet stream was, we were flying into the jet.
Lima behind the landing, A320 on short final line from 35 behind.
Fine landing aircraft, line up on the 35 back to the Nvidia.
Or they're letting that airplane go now.
Oscar 177, request landing clearance.
Oscar 177, wind 320, rate 5 knots, run 35 jet land.
But today, we got the jet stream working for us.
Eurings 9251, contact Flyin approach on frequency 121.0, bye-bye. 121.0, Eurings 9251, have a nice day, bye-bye.
The runway here in Bergen appears to be a little lumpy. Not as bad as not as lumpy as say Birmingham or anything like that, but still a couple little bumps here. We are pretty close to the waterway here, so my guess is the ground isn't quite as stable. Evergos, we're
Lima, be ready immediately.
Roger,
happy. Oh, is today spring equinox? Is that today? So autumn equinox is the Professor. I usually keep track of those. No kidding. Solstice and equinox are fun holidays.
Scanning 3 for Alpha, winds 320, is 5 knots, 935, clear to land.
So maybe after this one we get to go.
Scanning 4 for 1 behind the landing company aircraft on final lineup runway 35 behind.
35, line up and wait behind the landing company for Scandinavian 441. Let's see. Flight Master is Uday Palpro on Twitch. Hi, Flight Master. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. It's never too... Well, it's actually chilly and rainy outside of SPY HQ today. So because it's a little chilly and rainy today,
0177, ground frequency 11.9, have a nice night.
Coffee tastes great.
121
And Quiard says in Ukraine you announce engine shutdown at the gate. Really?
Good evening, beeline 240.
Amergo says hydrate.
Alpha 8.
Hey, Flight Master.
Hello.
Okay, time to go.
Scanning 649, expect departure in 12 minutes, approximately.
What you're expecting in 12 minutes?
Siberian Airlines.
Parking brakes are off.
Departure in 7 minutes.
Strobes. Landing lights up, and let's get ready to move.
Echo Lima Lima, contact Flyin, approach on frequency 121.0, bye bye.
121.0, thank you very much, Echo Lima Lima.
Landing lights up. Seats for takeoff.
Hello, good evening, Lufthansa 949 with you holding short run Alpha 8.
It's a 949 Flyin Tower, hello. Scanning 441, winds 320, grid 5 knots, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
35, clear for takeoff. Scandinavian 441. Throttles up halfway, clock's running. Manual flex, SRS, runway set, auto thrust blue, flying time. Up and away time, the adventure begins.
2428 behind the Scandinavian A321 on the runway, line up runway 35 behind.
On departing Scandinavian A320, line up and wait behind beeline 2408.
100 knots checked.
Scanning 34 for contact ground on frequency 121.9, bye bye.
121.9, Scandinavian 348, so long.
V1, hands off the throttles, we're flying, and rotate. Positive climb gear, gear going up. And a nice busy night in Bergen. Lever climb, thrust climb, flaps 1. AP, let's get that going pretty quick. It's going to be a busy flight. Looks like we're about 9 miles behind it. 121.0 for Scandi 441. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
Have a nice flight, bye-bye.
Okay, 121.0, looking good there. Coming on up there is that letter S, so flaps going up. Flaps are up, speed brakes are disarmed. After takeoff items are good. And looks great. 121.0 is Flesland approach. Flesland approach, good evening, Scandinavian 441, passing 2,800 for 6.
Scandinavian 441, Flesland approach, identified, Jump flight 7170, direct UMAC.
Climbing to flight level 170, and our direct today is OMAC for Scandi 441.
Correct. Walker 1306.
There's our turn. Senor Thomas, yes, the balloons are flying today.
Descending to 7,000 feet.
Okay, that looks really good.
Walker 1306.
Let's see, Tim Dog did Indianapolis ground. That was our departure airport when we were going into the Chicagoland area. Said it got a little bit busy. We're all actually learning. I'm still learning so much. Busy flying. Time zone makes it difficult. It's 3 to 4 a.m. where you are. There are actually some really good VATSIM events that Loviz flies in all the time in Asia that are really pretty good around Hong Kong. There are, the procedures are a little bit different. You're right. They're a little bit different everywhere you go. A little bit different. It's still center and departure and arrival and tower and ground. Sometimes ramp and then delivery. I mean, they're all kind of like that. Altimeters, standard, and standard. There we go. And we should have a nice view of the airport as we fly by. There it is. So there's a nice view. And holy moly, we got some nice lighting tonight. As do we all, Loviz. We generally avoid O'Hare unless it's a really, really big event or something that we just want to do. Because, to be honest, the taxiways are a mess. It was a long taxiway, but we got to avoid that nonsense over by the banana at Chicago O'Hare. So, you know, we were going down to FedEx, so that was pretty easy. If I'd flown United going in there, that would have been a mess. Okay, 10,000 feet, landing lights. Nose light, cabin call. 10,000 feet, looks good. Queart, thank you for being here as often as you are. Welcome on in. They sometimes, it really seemed like they were just using one runway last night. One for departures and one for arrivals. Tim Dog avoids ORD by controlling instead of flying. 120.655 now for Scandy 441. Thanks so much. Have a great week.
VLAN 2408. Proceed direct Omexi.
120.655. Polaris.
Echo.
One of our favorites. Hi, Benny B. Welcome aboard. Yeah, usually when when we're going to do something to Chicago, Loviz likes to go over to Midway, especially if there's a business jet that's going to fly in front of Loviz when Loviz is trying to land. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't you. That was Real World. Sorry. Polaris, good evening. Scandinavian 441 is passing flight level 120 for flight level 170.
Scanner 441, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 350.
Flight level 350 for Scandi 441.
Nordic 969er on conversion, speed 270 knots or greater.
Benny B, doing well. Thank you for coming by today. Good to see you. Okay, important safety tip.
Tango on conversion, speed
we need to be ready for the hold. And even though we're climbing, this is the point when I usually will come in here and put my hold in. So, we're going to put the Rossby hold in, right? So, inbound 103, left turn.
2408, climbing 170, flight level 110.
So,
first, Delta 218, resume on navigation.
Rossby, hold, and I already forgot the numbers. 103 left.
Delta 218, Polaris control.
Left turns.
Scan 7887, resume all navigation.
No distance or anything like that, so we're just going to put in the standard hold. Standard hold is in,
Delta 218,
and that is good to go. Always good to just pop that in if you possibly can. And we'll get a little flight following here. And
Scanner 40 Yankee.
Loviz is already with Copenhagen, and Queert says, ooh, Scandi Candy. That sounds good.
21-0.
Does Scandinavian give you a chocolate or anything?
69 direct Godit.
Somebody said that Swiss gives you chocolate when you land, like Air Berlin. It's not the hearts or anything, but...
Scandinavian 52 Tango, direct Godit.
Direct Godit, Scandinavian 52 Tango.
VLAN 2408, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 370.
So it's flight attendants, get up. There's flight attendants popping up.
Echo India Mike, Lima, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 430.
Climb level 430, okay.
Good day, not fly 107, flight level 135, climbing 170. North flight 107, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 350. Climb flight level 350, not fly 107. Delta 218, Polaris control.
Delta 218.
Delta 218, please, I need you to start downstream. I'm pretty busy and I need your attention when you're on the frequency. You can now contact Polaris 127.255 and resume all navigation direct test B.
Okay, there's where we're going to be flying, so boy, is that going to be busy. I was told to fly a published hold at SKJ yesterday. You couldn't see the published hold. Is there one you could see? Let's see. Could you give me... what was the airport you were going in busy flying? Have you got the ICAO code on that one you could give me and we could look?
Nordic 9 report your speed to approach 121.0, bye bye.
121.
I'm getting Navigraph turned on.
Bye bye.
LWSK, thank you.
121.0, bye bye.
Sorry, repeat, Scandinavian 52 Tango.
LWSK.
Scanner 52 Tango, report your speeds to approach 121.0.
Now then.
Bye-bye.
So do you remember, were you on an arrival for that? You were supposed to fly it at a published hold. So just looking at the top arrival here. Yeah, so if it was the VOR, there actually was one over the runway. And so there's the VOR, and so you see that little racetrack there? That little racetrack? If you look at it, you can see there's the actual VOR in the middle, and you see the arrow that's pointing to the VOR. That's your inbound course into the hold. So in this case, you would have had an inbound course of 161 degrees, and then you look at the direction of turns. That's going to be left turns. So that's what the hold would have been for you to come in there. And sometimes it's not easy to find those sorts of things, but that's what they were talking about. It's one of the reasons why in the busier VATSIM events, I really do try and take just a little bit of time and look through all the charts. Tim Dog says Indianapolis Center has an event policy that during a home event, we aren't supposed to open to non-event fields. So busy flying, I hope that helps. Queert is holding yourself close. Are you because of panic? I mean, it's going to be just fine. Nobody's going to get hurt. I hope. Direct Tuxel. That's right. You weren't given a star. So sometimes, yeah, if you weren't given a star, and if it's not on the ILS chart, so that's probably what happened. And, you know, if you don't know where the chart is going to be, that's hard.
118.850, call from only, bye-bye. KLM 4 Papa X-ray, 118.850, call sign only.
118.850, call sign only, KLM 4 Papa X-ray.
Bye-bye.
96 miles to top of climb. Now then, let's come on over here. Phoenix.
Lufthansa 949er, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 410.
Let's check and get latest status. Arrival latest, currently information. India.
Contact Polaris Control,
Still using runway 22 left. Good conditions. Transition level 60. Do not link the star. Good, will not do that. Expedite the runway when landing. 260 at 9, few clouds, 10 degrees. So everything looks like it's normal from the last one. Hi T-Bird.
Loyalty noted.
Jumpman, welcome aboard. Jumpman just did a resub for 28 months.
441, clear direct to Tesby.
Direct Tesby now for Scandi 441, thanks. Direct Tesby. There we go. So that's the beginning of the star. Jumpman, thank you for the resub. Thank you for being here for 28 months and really great jet fuel in the flight plan. There are a couple of GA events, Senor Tomas.
Hello, 15, Roger. With the wind at Bergen,
there's the one, there's the one, let's see, where you land on the spots. Oshkosh, that is a general aviation event. It's a big general aviation event. Seatbelts can go off, 25,000 feet. Up, they closed the curtain to the first class so they can't see, so we can't see all the first class passengers. If you're new to Flight Sim and wondering, the airplane is fully loaded. We had like 240 passengers today. The simulator just doesn't draw the passengers in there to save system resources, but they're there.
Clear for the Aluva around Bergen.
80 miles to top of climb. Copenhagen is 347 miles to the south. We'll be landing at about 1959 Zulu or 2000 Zulu. That does not include holding time, though. That does not include holding time. I didn't do fake news. What was that, Queart? Okay, everything looks good. Airplane's cruising. Cabin services are underway. Pilots get to sit back and chill. British Airways A320neo has more seats than the 787-9. You know, some of the airplanes really do, you know, more seats, less seats. They're all kind of different, aren't they? Holy moly, 5 minutes out of the cockpit. Oh, the fake people. I get it. Busy going into Copenhagen. Let's. How crazy. Look at all the airplanes on the ground. 100 airplanes are coming into Copenhagen, 22 on the ground, departing, and 34 just kind of sitting around. Just kind of sitting around. There's Loviz, I think, entering the hold. NAS Flight 120. Don't worry, Loviz. I'm not going to make any nauseating jokes. No! Loviz just got the hold at Rossby. Did you have your hold just pre-programmed in? Or did you have to pop it in at the last minute? I almost always expect the hold. Fans are at 250%. Is that on your OnlyFans page there, Quiart? Oh. Lovis did indeed program it ahead of time. When you saw the planes flying in circles, you said, yeah, we're going to get to do some circles too. Probably better program it. Yeah.
Hearing Steiner 251, contact Polaris 127.255, bye-bye.
Contacting Polaris 127.255, hearing Steiner 251, have a nice day,
bye. Nordic 602,
that may be us.
36. Anna 36, Nordic 602.
255. We may be going to that other Polaris too. That's right. A lot of airports do have that busy flying, just like you said. Do not proceed beyond this point until. Tim Dog, if you're going GA, that's good help. Uh-oh, Buster is hungry and not happy about the delay. Uh-oh.
And climb flight level 390.
Quiart is making tacos. Lock-in Gaming, welcome aboard. You got 67% on your exam. Really? I forget Lock-in.
125, when ready, descent flight level 100.
So you probably needed a few more to pass. What was pass-fail on that one, Lock-in? And if you do you have to take it again?
Nordic 602, running 36, clear for takeoff, wind 01.
Anybody else hungry for tacos now?
Clear for takeoff, running 36, Nordic 602.
We had a flight suggestion to an airport we haven't been to over so it's our first flight on Thursday is Santander is our arrival airport, Santander Airport. I figured we could depart out of Ibiza and take a 737 MAX. I think Ryanair does that. Lock-in Gaming, you needed 3 more correct answers. Okay, so how long before you get to take the test again there, Lock-in Gaming?
65, roger.
How long again? Oh, let's...
Scan 441, contact Polaris 127.255, bye-bye.
127.255 for Scandy 441. Thanks, have a good week.
You too, bye.
There we go, 127.255 for more Polaris. Probably the best control name in aviation. Polaris Control, that's a good one. Lofter Plays wants to know about ways to practice pitch for speed throttles. You mean like without the autopilot? Next week on Monday. Okay, so you've got plenty of time to maybe spend an hour each day just going through the questions again and trying to work them through, right? Did I tell you the 3 ways to pass the test? The stage 1, 2, and 3 for passing a test? Polaris, good evening. Scandinavian 441 is passing flight level 310 for flight level 350.
Scandinavian 441, Polaris Control, good evening.
Forgot to mention we are direct to Tespe, Scandi 441.
Roger.
Yeah, I did say that way. Yeah, okay. So first time you go through, answer all the questions you know the answers to. Second time through, do all the math questions. Third time is the one you guessed, and usually by the time you get to phase 2, you've passed the test anyway. That passes. That takes the pressure off. I don't know if I came up with a good answer for you, Lofter.
On conversion speed 280 knots or greater.
Direct.
You got okay. So there were some definitions and plotting questions. So you know which questions you missed. So now you've got an opportunity to study, right? And just do that. So good luck with that. And definitions, you'd probably be able to crack those pretty easily. Okay, looking good there. Just 14 miles to top of climb. We have the latest weather aboard. We've got our hold already plugged in. And so all that looks really good. The wind correction calculations. Boy, I remember doing those as long before, you know, had any kind of computer and had to use an E6B. Those are not easy. Those are hard.
Eurowing 90251, contact Copenhagen Control 134.680. Auf Wiedersehen.
134.680. Bliss of the Apocalypse, welcome back in. So you got one, and so you got to get two more. So that's another thing that you can do. As you're preparing for next Monday, start working as many of those as you can, just so that you can get that in your head, and that way we can, you know, help you get past on it for the next one for sure. Coming up on our equal time point and flight level 350. Thing about the A321, nice airplane, but it doesn't climb very fast. So the A319, we'd already been there. It's much more sporty than this thing. Get a little bit of light in the cockpit for a while. It is definitely a lot faster, a lot more sporty of an airplane. And sometimes you're right. If you don't have a big payload, it does just climb like a rocket for sure. And there's flight level 350. Ground speed is 523 knots. It's nice to have the jet stream working for us today. Mr. Posh Martin is doing a flight to Hanover in the Eurowings A320. With Romeo. Somebody's already calling in with Romeo here. See if the rain stops. Yeah, still kind of soggy here today. Actually, I kind of like it when it's soggy here. We have a fun controller on this part. Juliet, that's what it must be. Definitely got a little dark today. Always like it if we, you know, especially when you're in. What happened to all the lights? What happened? Hello? Okay, there we are. I pushed the wrong button. I have no idea. Ask Captain Picard about how many lights there are. Ta-da! It works! Yes, technology. I think I did. So along with cleaning up everything on Meld Studio, I've also changed the position of the buttons and stuff like that. So, you know, have to remember that. Am I doing instrument training?
Canada 521 on conversion.
You mean on which my buttons I need to press? 103 miles to Tapa descent. Information India remains current. So let's go ahead and get ready for our landing here. We'll probably have to update it once. 260 at 9.
Nordic 276, decent, 5,000, QNH 101.
That's winds. It's 10 degrees. And the altimeter is 1018.
Scandinavian 441, contact Copenhagen control, 136, decimal 485,
136 decimal 485 now for Scandinavian 441. Thanks. Hope it's a good week.
Thanks, likewise.
136485. Let's see. There is a transition level. There almost always is one here. 60. 60 is transition. And let's get minimums before we forget. And they're on 22 left right now. So I've got 22 left all ready to go. Oh, that's right. When you wear the IFR hood. That's what you were saying. And a Category 1 DME is 210 feet. 210 is our barrow.
Good evening, no fly 1.
Okay, all that looks good.
No fly 127 Copenhagen, hello, identified.
Copenhagen, good evening. Scandinavian 441 is direct to test B at flight level 350.
Canon 441 at Copenhagen, good evening, identified.
We are identified.
Copenhagen, good evening.
I actually had a lot of fun wearing that little IFR hood for real world training. And one of my flight
contact Copenhagen on 123.73.
123 730 might be next. One of my flight instructors was the tower chief at the airport where I was doing my flight training. He's the retired, he was the retired chief there. And so what he would do is he'd put me on the hood and he could talk me all the way to the ground. And it was really amazing how good he was. But he was the tower chief. He'd been doing ATC there for years. And that was kind of my first introduction to the IFR hood and everything. It was great. Hey Ashley, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Is your co-pilot sleeping right in the middle of your computer keyboard like all good cats should do? And Sparky's is lit. Hi Sparky's. Thank you for coming by too today. Really appreciate you coming in. If you've no sleeping on the floor. What? A cat not sleeping in the middle of the desk? Something must be going on today. That can't. That can't happen. If you'd read the next command, you knew that I'm only going to be able to do a flight today. I do have an IRL appointment that kind of got sprung onto me today. So because of that, I can only just do this one, and then I've got to get ready. Apparently, I'm getting older and have to talk about insurance things. So I guess these are going to be not very fun people, but I'm going to get that done right now, get it out of the way for the week so we can be ready to fly. Our first flight is out of Ibiza, and that's going to be on Thursday. Cats were sleeping on the okay, see, there's the proper cat. Sleeping on the desk in the right spot, right? Sleeping on the desk in the right place. Oops, SAS Ops, how did we do on our departure today? How sassy are we? No ADC required. Wow, even with that laid out, well, we called for push and start really early, so that's probably the only reason. 50 miles to top a descent. We should get a descent here soon. We should be getting a descent soon.
Perfect, thanks.
About ready to go feet dry again. So if you've been worried about alligators or anything like that, Low-vis is in a terrible place right now. Low-vis is busy on the approach, but the co-pilot is demanding food. So, boy, that's the hard part, isn't it? There's just no way to explain to puppies and kittens that I'm on final approach, you can't do this. Oh, how terrible, Low-vis. So, you know what we need to do? We need to start equipping the low-vis cockpit with Scooby snacks that you can, like, bribe Buster to simmer down a little bit on your arrival. How's that sound? Hey, Heavy Weather, welcome aboard. Good to see you. You're doing the step descent and the hold? Really? Something about the cats and the kittens?
Copenhagen, Scandinavian Alpha Yankee passing 260 for 300 inbound Incos.
But yeah, I'm guessing the only solution, Low-vis, is Scooby snacks in the cockpit that are sufficient to bribe the co-pilot to not rip out the control cables. What a great night to be flying here. It sure has gotten dark fast. It's gotten dark really fast. Advisory on a Copenhagen night?
Boeing 90251, when ready, descend flight level 30 to be leveled by ASUS.
There's Low-vis in the hold. Low-vis is down to 150, so a few more steps. Okay, we need to be ready for a descent here.
Scandinavian 9 Papa Yankee, contact Maastricht on 136.465.
236.465, Scandinavian 9 Papa Yankee here.
So I wonder what would be the best kind of Scooby snacks for Buster to get Buster to settle down a little bit. I know they don't have adult beverages, so it's not like you could pour a little like Bailey's into the puppy bowl. That's mean of me. I know. Terrible. There was this little dog that we had when growing up. Cutest dog, little puppy in the world, really. I think of all the dogs, that's the one that I consider mine, sort of, in a way. But one day, you know, we're all doing some work at a neighbor's place, and, you know, had the truck over there, and we were shoveling stuff and all this other. And at the end of the day, the neighbor, of course, brings out sandwiches and beers and stuff for everybody, like Coors or something. And of course, you know, Dusty comes up, cute little puppy, you know, we brought along, and is very, very interested in, you know, what are you, food, right? What are you drinking? And sniffing at the can and everything. So I poured a little bit of the beer out just kind of in the back of the truck there, you know, a little place. And so Dusty goes, sniff, 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 lap, 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 and then starts sneezing, because apparently the beer and the bubbles got up Dusty's nose. And it just was, you know, I was sneezing almost so hard she sneezed herself over. So it was sort of like, okay, we know not to do that again. But yeah, this was the cutest little dog. That's right, that's true. So Mr. Posh Martin says that Buster might start getting used to approach and landing treats. And of course, if Buster starts to do that, and if Buster doesn't get one, then the rudder cables are going to get pulled out. Was Dusty at least 3 years? I have to admit, Knudden, Dusty would be considered an underage puppy for a beverage like that. At least here in the U.S. In other countries, it wouldn't have been a problem.
North Flight 5 Fox, question North Flight 5, Lima, Copenhagen, hello, identified.
That one was funny. This was one of those, we had a lot of our family pets just seemed to think that they were like humans and stuff. So, you know, like we had a couple of cats that were
Reinforcements incoming.
very,
All
very
agents joining
vocal,
the spy flight.
very cranky and stuff like that. Blaze the Wolfie is in because Arch NDA. Hi, Arch. Arch NDA has rated. Hi, Arch. Hey, there's a report that you tangled with a VOR recently. So I'm not the only one now who is infamous. Welcome aboard, Arch. Thank you for coming by today. Good to see you.
Mike Charlie, when ready, descend flight level 290.
Thank you for coming in today.
When ready, descend flight level 290.
You might have clipped the Vegas VOR.
Charlie, November, contact
Uh-oh.
136.465.
See, that would have been that would have been clipping, right?
Good evening.
Flag on the field.
Charlie Whiskey with you at flight level 350.
Charlie Whiskey,
Okay, we're past top of descent, so pull your speed. Sometimes the Airbuses will start descending you. I assume we're high for a reason. Arch, I tried to do a shout out for Lena and instead it did Italian Alien. I don't know what I'm... descending flight level 250 for Scandi 441. Let's try this again. Let's see. Exclamation piece. SO at LINA underscore non-disclosure agreement.
Mike Charlie, contact Copenhagen on 133.155.
133.155.
Let's see if I can do it this way. There we go, got it done. Thanks for coming in. We're all scuffed today. Low-vis has a problem.
310 3 knots, runway 270 at takeoff.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See? The co-pilot's a little bit annoyed.
One contact Copenhagen on 123.730.
123.730 for Scandi 441. Thanks. Have a good week. There we go. 123.730. Oh my gosh. Somebody's getting the it's time for dinner eye. That's scary. Oh. You don't want those eyes when you're on final approach, do you? Copenhagen, good evening. Scandinavian 441 is direct test B and descending to flight level 250.
Copenhagen, hello, identified. You get test with Charlie and I will runway 22 left and still must be holding at first.
Cleared for the test B arrival for runway 22 left, entering the hold as published at Rossby for Scandi 441.
Canyon 441, descend flight level 190.
Descending now flight level 190, Scandinavian 441. And bring that in. Dogs is here. Hi, Dogs. Hey, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good weekend.
Left turn now down.
Good to see you. Yep, just one today, Dogs. I'm sorry. An IRL appointment got kind of put in my face today. Apparently, Dogs, I'm getting older and I have to have a meeting about, like, getting older and insurance and stuff. I'm trying hard not to be insulted. Loviz says that Buster is an awesome dog. A very good co-pilot. Well, let's see. There's a lot of airplanes, I think, in this hold. Let's change TCAS down to below. I don't see anybody in the hold. What's going on?
Speed 250, Scanner 7140.
Okay, there's one. We may need to do hold math today. May need to do hold math. So let's start by getting diversion fuel. Diversion fuel for us is 2.566. 2.566 is diversion fuel. Okay, so we got that in there, and we're all good to go with that. And looking good here.
Descent level 170, Scandinavian 374.
Busy flying. Did you see all the planes landing in Copenhagen? They're diverting in real life? Really? I didn't see that busy flying. Is something going on at the real Copenhagen today?
Top clearance granted.
Hope it's not serious.
Loyalty noted.
Reducing my speed manually right now so that we can get to minimum clean speed. Holy moly, Dogs just did a resub. Dogs has been here for 55 months. Thank you so much for being here. Doing well, Dogs. I hope you are too. And you get to fly along. So our first flight Thursday is going to be Ibiza to Santander Airport. I'll put the IC cows in, Dogs, so if you want to start looking around to see what you find about it, there's our first flight there. Dogs, thank you for being here as often as you are. By the way, Dogs also has got a YouTube channel that Dogs does plane spotting. Plane spotting. Flight level 180 for Scandinavian 441. Plane spotting at Phoenix. I know. Bliss, that's a joke from yesterday's cooking, right? The spice time. And slowly reducing our speed. There's green dot speed to about 230. And you can see all the little airplanes out there, so all the little sparkling lights of all the planes in the hold. It's really cool that they've added this effect now so we can see all the airplanes and holds and stuff at night. It makes flying at night a little more entertaining. Dogs, thank you again for the nice resub. Thank you for being here. Oliver is back in chat. What color do I prefer, red or blue? Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't really know. Haven't been asked that question since like elementary school or kindergartners. I really don't. Favorite colors and stuff. Don't really know. Bliss of the Apocalypse likes blue. There was a color in the livery of the old America West livery. There was America West Airlines, one of their last liveries had this really cool logo for the tail, and it had this like a turquoise logo over a green. So I guess that's not an actual. What's your favorite color? Because it was a combination of. I guess I'm more one of those combinations kinds of people. I'd like to start slowing it down a bit. So let's take our descent and get that. It has a connotation. Oh, Red and blue. Are you talking about political colors? Is that red and blue politics? I generally try really hard not to blow my cover on that. Kind of try to keep that out of the spy flight. Be one little place that you can go where anybody can come in and fly. The Airlink livery. I don't remember the Airlink livery colors, Oliver. There was also a really deep blue on the old America West livery. I mean, they had several, but the old deep blue on that America West, that one looked really good too. That being said, one of my favorite airlines that I've never gotten to fly, Air Berlin, was all red. And here's 18,000 feet.
You're supposed to be with departure, which is...
And speed's coming down to green dot.
Subscriber confirmed.
That looks good there too. And that's great.
Loyalty noted.
Let's see. Jan Venek is back with a really nice resub. Jan's been here for a year and a month. Hey, thank you for a year and a month resub. Very nice jet fuel in the flight plan. Thanks, Jan, for really nice support and awesome jet fuel in the flight plan. Thank you for helping me to keep the lights on here. Couldn't do it without you. I think the new DLC for Indiana Jones came out. I think I saw Sibby playing that earlier today. I didn't get to watch any of it, but I think that DLC is out. I haven't heard if it's any good or not. Mighty Morph, welcome, welcome.
Okay, 120 left turn, make sure left turn heading 190.
Left 190, Nordic 120.
All right, Buster's closer to getting some food. Loviz gets to exit the hold. Now, if Loviz plans it good, there might be a 3 to 5 minute window in the approach that you can sneak over and do a fast food thing, maybe. I still think throwing Scooby snacks, though, out would be the best way to go. One, two, three. There's 4 airplanes that we see on radar. Mr. Posh Martin wants to know if what's on the menu for Buster, and Irvi says, "Oh, there's got to be DoorDash for dogs, right, Irvi? DoorDash for dogs." Buster is gonna have to wait. You'll have to. Bet it'll be worth the wait. If it's worth the wait, then the co-pilot will be happy, right?
120 Nordic 120.
Everything's good here. Everything's good here. I'm going to do my hold speed manually. Everything's good there because we have to go back up to 210 once they kick us out of the hold anyway. Transition is, we figured that was, what, 6,000 feet? Yep, 6,000 feet is transition.
Just like everyone, 60 Scandinavian 37.
And now take 120 left, direct Toronto.
Say again, left turn where?
And now take 120 left, direct Toronto, playing the Nebraska.
Roger, left turn, direct Toronto, Nordic 120.
See, the captain sounds so calm on the radio, even though there is tension in the cockpit like that, right? Hi, Iowa Scotsman. Welcome aboard. Buster is getting lamb with fresh chicken loaf. Well, that's certainly going to lead to a sheep joke at a certain point in time. You realize that, right?
Subscriber confirmed. Top clearance granted.
Flight level
Agent.
170 now for
Loyalty
Scandinavian
noted.
441. Planet Coops just did a resub. Planet Coops has been here for 57 months. Hi, Planet Coops. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by. I hope all is well on your planet. And everything's great. Good to see you. Thank you for the extra support. Very nice jet fuel in the flight plan. From Reuters, Copenhagen halts traffic due to drone sightings. Oh, that's just so... you know, people flying drones around airports, passenger planes coming in. That is really, really bad. Hope they catch him. Thanks for telling us, Mind to Eye. Buster is going to be... I get it. Fucking mad for that. Yeah, there you go.
Approach 119.805, Nordic
119.805 is next for us. 119.805.
Descent flight level 130, 73 Mike Lima.
There we go. That looks good. Planet Coops, thanks for the resub. Jan, Dogs, thank you for the resubs. Arch NDA, thank you for the nice raid. Malix, welcome on in. We've changed that command to next, and today, unfortunately, is the only flight because I had a real IRL, an IRL meeting that I have to be on the phone for. They're going to be mean to me and tell me I'm getting older. And there's our nice little arrival in. Look at all the airplanes. I know it's probably hard to see. All those little flashing lights up ahead, those are airplanes. I did, but I have actually, I did get a text message confirming it. So I've got to find my little earbuds that I use for a phone. They're over on the other desk. Yep, they are. Cool. Loviz says the food problem in the cockpit at Loviz HQ is now becoming critical. I think, well, not CPDLC, it's called text messaging. It's just text messaging. CPDLC is so much cooler. CPDLC is all total. I mean, I got my clearance through CPDLC. We got to use the little CPDLC box here, which is great. It's a good thing that yeah, that Buster doesn't hold a grudge. Good thing that Buster doesn't hold grudges. I never started doing hold math. Uh-oh. All right, what's our current fuel? We're at 4.6. 2.5 is divert fuel. I think we can do probably just generally, we probably do 8-9 loopties here before we have to talk about diverting. And I think we've got 1, 2, 3 airplanes below us in the hold right now. So my guess is we're not going to have a problem. It's going to be perfect. Generally, they kick you out of the hold, I think, when it's about 11,000 feet or so. So I've got an airplane 1,000 feet below me, 3,000 feet below me, and 4,000 feet below me. Yeah, dogs generally, once you get the dogs food and everything, they're very forgiving of their humans. Some cats I hear are a little bit less forgiving. I don't know if they actually hold a grudge, but they can be cranky cats. think anything else is wrong here. Irvi suggests that cats could be the spawn of the devil. Depends on the cat. I've known my mom and sister had a couple really cool cats. They really did. So they were great. They can hold a grudge for that one time 4 years ago when the food was not presented on time. Oh my gosh, mind to eye. It sounds like you've actually had experience.
Left heading 16 there.
Senor Tomas has about an hour until Senor Tomas's cat's dinner time, and you have not been yelled at yet? Yes, they always expect it a little bit sooner, right?
Descent level 150, Scandinavian 374.
Yeah, about food time, they do tend to start circling like sharks when there's blood in the water. So it's sort of like, okay, human, time for you to get it together here. Seatbelts are not on right now, so I usually leave seatbelts off in the hold. I don't know if that's standard or not. I just figure, you know, somebody has to go. So let's see. Alrethe, did I say that right? What they do is on the hold, they will tell us what altitude to enter in the hold. And we're supposed to stay at that altitude until they tell us to go. So there isn't a spiral down or anything like that. So we're over here on the Rossby hold. And there's, so inbound 103 towards Rossby and then left turns. And they will tell us when we get to go down based on, you know, who's next in line. So there, we don't just get to descend, you know, on a predetermined schedule. And one of the reasons it takes so long on this particular flight is here coming into Copenhagen. There's also airplanes to the south of us orbiting at Lugas, and there's also airplanes orbiting to the south of us at Olpib and out to the west of us at Tidvu. There's also one here for people coming straight down from like Stockholm at Ernov. So they've got like 5 different little stacks that they could put.
441, descend flight level 160.
Descending now, flight level 160, Scandinavian 441. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of airplanes. My guess is our stack and the two to the south are the busiest ones.
Direct Toronto, 73 Mike Lima.
One airplane just got kicked out, and they're now direct to Toronto. So whenever you hear that there's somebody getting kicked over to Toronto, then, you know, we're one closer. And then we can look down here and we'll look around and we'll see which one of those. So here's one exiting here that's 3,000. Low-vis is being vectored about now. So not only are we holding, but they're going to have to turn us 30 degrees to the right. Fortunately, Buster doesn't understand what the word vector means, because should Buster know what vector means, that would make the co-pilot even more cranky with their human. Okay, we got one over here, so the one at about 3,000 feet just exited the hold, and then we've got one 2,000 feet below us and 1,000 feet below us. Senor Tomas, usually coming into Copenhagen, they're only going to use one runway for arrivals. Sometimes they will kick you over to the other one. So we're landing on runway 22 left. There have been a few times that they will land us on 22 right at the same time. In fact, the last time we came in from the north, I got to do what's called a sidestep. I was all set up for the approach here, and they said that we could sidestep to 22 right so that they could make a little bit of space for extra because it's getting congested. That's fun to do. That one's fun to do for sure. Loviz wanted to take the F-28 today, and yeah, for an event like this, the trying to do this in the F-28 would be really hard to do. I think it would be really hard to do. So I'd much rather take, you know, the bus like this. We can fly it the way we're supposed to fly it and not get in the way. Metcat, I do have the really nice Logitech radio panel for flight sim. I haven't been using it because I'm a little bit. It's a little bit crowded on my desk right now, and I've run out of plugs on the USB, powered USB. So there are 2 other airplanes that I know of, and that's just below us. Loviz has taken the F-28 on this event several times, but boy, after that flight, it's sort of like, okay, I've got to go lay down for a while with that airplane. Busy flying. We have heard that there is a problem because of some drones too close to the real world Copenhagen tonight. That is really too bad. I hate to see that kind of stuff interfering with these kinds, with passenger airports. I tend to get a little, though that should not happen, and people that do that should be in some serious trouble. Do I have to set a new ILS approach when they switch you from left to right? In this case, Senor Tomas, when I did that sidestep last week, I didn't have time. So it was all visual. It was just, at a certain point, it was visual.
441, descend flight level 150.
Descending flight level 150, Scandinavian 441. But yeah, there was just no time. If I'd had time, I could have done it, but just wasn't any. So now I believe there's 2 airplanes ahead of us. We had a third one that got direct to Toronto now. Will we be sidestepped tonight? Probably not. That doesn't happen that often. That just doesn't happen that often. But, I mean, the minute they say it, it's sort of like, oh, okay, you get really kind of charged up. And, each time we come into an airport where they do have, in our case, 2 runways that they could use, parallels like this, I'll always kind of have in the back of my mind, you know what, we could get kicked to the other runway, so, my head's a little bit ready for that. Hi, Air Boss, welcome aboard. Real-time Lufthansa flight Frankfurt to Copenhagen was scheduled to depart. Has returned to the gate at Frankfurt, probably because the real-world Copenhagen has got a problem right now. Yeah, that's right. 22 right is what they'll do for departures when they're departing and landing to the south. Hi, Wet Paint. Airboss, you're flying anyway? Yep, you can do that in the sim, but the real world, they're probably returning airplanes to the airport because some idiot is flying drones around the real world Copenhagen right now. Yep, just 2 airplanes ahead of us.
One Papa Sierra, fly heading 170.
Okay, one's just getting kicked out right now.
Fly heading 170, 1 Papa Sierra.
So watch, one of these little dots is going to just take off now in a different direction. Loviz is turning final.
Did you mean right or left heading 170?
Yeah, right turn heading 170.
Yes, indeed.
So this is the one that's 2,000 feet below us. There's still another airplane in the hold 1,000 feet below us, and then they'll boot us out of the hold, and it'll be our turn. Turning finals, so that should make Buster very, very happy. Dinner is a little bit closer. Let's see a couple airplanes. There's one. There's one out the window. There's the one that's still in the hold. That's the one that's turning out, and there's one up there that's above us. So there's airplanes that are above us in the hold right now. I was just looking over here to check Catstrap, so you can see just how much they've cleared out the airspace around Catstrap and all the airplanes that this is affecting. Currently in arrival delays of 34 minutes, departure delays of an hour and 45 minutes.
And from Legend 1 Papa Sierra, can we increase the speed a little?
Glad we're not having to deal with that in the simulated world.
250, 1 Papa Sierra.
It's actually been a while since we've had to do a diversion too. So there's the one that just got kicked, so one more airplane and us. Mr. Posh Martin, I'm gonna absolutely agree. I'm not one of these, you know, come down harsh on anybody kinds of people. I'm not one of those revenge. But outrageous behavior to fly a drone around an airport. That affects just too much safety right now. The skies are already crowded, systems are being pushed a little bit to the brink, and anybody that's doing that really needs to be in a position where they can't ever do that again. You know, I bought about 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I bought a really nice drone, and it's only flown inside my apartment here because there's actually 3 control tower areas here. There's the airport and 2 hospitals. And so to legally fly that thing, even here, means I had to have permission from both controls of the hospitals and the airport. And I was never able to get permission from anyone. So it's sat in this box. I mean, it's still there. Once a year I pull the batteries out and recharge them. But you know, it's just sort of like, no, this is an aerial vehicle. It can cause problems, and the last thing that I'd ever want to do is cause a problem for a real world airplane. So I just, you know, flying drones around airports, Mr. Posh Martin, it is outrageous. Bliss of the Apocalypse wants to fly out of Hong Kong. We're not going to have time for another flight today. I'm sorry. I've got my real world stuff going on, but we haven't gone and done a EKCH heart attack in a while. So I think that one of the things I'll put on the flight plan next week, or starting on Thursday, is a EKCH heart attack. Maybe we'll do the Ibiza flight, and then after that we'll do a EKCH heart attack. We haven't done that in a while. That's a good one. You had a neighbor that was doing that. Yeah, there's so many planes swarming around right now. That's right, no drones at all. And it's important. Those little baby drones there and stuff like that, that could cost you an engine. That could shatter a windshield. You really just have to watch it. I know, I could get one of the minis and do a race course. Oh, wait a minute. Bliss of the Apocalypse. Is there a typhoon is there a typhoon out there right now?
Copenhagen, good evening. It's Rhino 23 Victor Alpha with you inbound test B and already with the hold published over at Rossby.
Rhino 23 Victor Alpha Copenhagen, you get test with Charlie, arrival to the left and hold over Rossby.
Test B3 Charlie and hold over Rossby for Rhino 23 Victor Alpha.
And Osprey 132 Alpha, you can descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200, Osprey 132 Alpha.
Oh, so Bliss of the Apocalypse, there's a big storm out by EKCH, Hong Kong. I'm going to grab the mean sea level chart here. Is that what you're talking about there, Bliss? There it is. So there's the deep low, and you can really tell that this is tightly wound. So when I zoom in, one of the things you see is all the different shades of blue and all the little isobar circles around the low. All of that represents a different barometric pressure. And you can see just when they're really, really tight, packed tight together, that's a big storm. So that's a pretty big storm there off that coast. Maybe we'll see how it's going to be tracking and stuff like that. Usually we'll do the Philippines down to Kai-Tak or something like that. It might still be buzzing around in the area depending upon how fast, how far and how fast it's moving. But usually we'll depart out of Taipei or something and take, really big airplane to Kai-Tak. Is fun. So let's see, we've got a 777 we could take. We could take the 777, we could take the A350. There's another one off Bermuda. Uh-oh, turning somebody out for sequencing now.
Right, turn heading 180, Scandinavian 374.
Hi Wesley, welcome aboard. So that's what's going out up in the Atlantic right now. A couple of small ones and then Gabriel. Let's see what Gabriel's up to. Looks like Gabriel is getting ready, is turned out already. Yeah, it's already turned out. But it's really pretty close to Bermuda. Wow, it really is close to Bermuda on this one. Bermuda is right in the middle of some really nasty winds right now. That's tropical storm force winds. Here, that's the hurricane wind probabilities. Yeah, they're in the hurricane wind probability area too. So that's not really good at all for them. They're having a hard day in Bermuda.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of inbound from the...
Wesley just got out of Copenhagen. First time ever for you on the Copenhagen Monday event. How's it going for you, Wesley? So was it as action-packed as you thought, or just, hurry up and wait and you were able to do just fine? Low vis, minus 184, a great landing rate, and it is now dinner time for Buster. Congratulations, great landing rate, low vis.
Left heading 085.
Quick cars, I'm only going to be able to do one flight today.
74, unable.
I've had a real world phone meeting that I've got to do, so I can only do this today. I'm sorry. Wesley, that's the thing that I really like about Vectors to Copenhagen. Several things. First, always get the opportunity to install and fly a hold. We don't get to do that very often, and I like being able to do that. But then the second, like you said, the controllers are calm, professional, and they move a lot of airplanes through the area. It really is a fun VATSIM experience. Buster just bypassed the captain and decided, no, we'll just get Uber Eats. I've looked at those a little bit. They look a little bit pricey to me, so I haven't done any things like that.
Scandinavian 374, contact Copenhagen approach 119.05. Have a good evening.
Still just one airplane below us.
Scandinavian 374, thank you, bye-bye.
Nothing really to do there. Information Foxtrot is now updated. Still the same runway. Nope, that's ENBR. Whoops. EKCH. Information Kila has been updated. All Loviz is going to park the plane. Runway 22 left. Transition level is 60. Let's just do a quick update of the weather. The wind is 260 at 7. So the wind's diminishing just a little bit. It was 260 at 9 earlier. 260 at 7. 10 degrees. It is, the temperature's the same. 1019 on the altimeter, so one baby change on the altimeter. Everything else is fine. Transition level is 60. Minimums are 210 feet, so all of those numbers are good. And then 1019, I'll usually dial that in down here. That's my reminder. Probably not the way the real pilots do it, but it helps out. Yeah, I was using Navigraph charts. Thanks, Loviz. Yes, Navigraph charts is what I was looking at that low. They do have a weather layer in there that you could... Descending now, flight level 130, Scandinavian 441. They have several really good weather layers. The one I was using was surface pressure. Surface pressure.
It should be within the next.
I see Captain Sibby has arrived. Hey, Captain Sibby, did you play the Indiana Jones DLC today? Is it any good? Mr. Posh Martin has descended into Hanover. Sibby was playing the new Indiana Jones DLC, and it's hard. Oh my gosh, the RAM is already there? No kidding. Really? Oh my gosh, that's huge. I figured it'd take about a week or so. That's great, and it's working good. Right turn now, direct Toronto for Scandi 441. I am surprised at how fast you got that taken care of. That is awesome. Wow, that's great news. Well, And let's do a direct to Toronto.
Scandinavian 441, contact Copenhagen approach now, 119.8055.
119.805 now for Scandinavian 441. Thanks. Have a great week. 119.805. And 250 knots for the speed. Copenhagen approach, good evening. Scandi 441 is at flight level 130, direct Toronto. Back in business, yay.
Scandi 441, Copenhagen approach, identified, hello, descent to flight level 80, expect ILS 22 left.
Expecting ILS 22 left, descending now, flight level 80 for Scandinavian 441. Wesley, I'm sorry, are you over on YouTube? YouTube. Are you over on Discord? Can you put the link that you tried to post there over there so that you, and I'll share it for you? I'm sorry, I have to ask you to do it that way. Because links in chat have been a problem. But yeah, that's great. I'd love to see that. Captain Sibby is in business now. Thanks, Wesley. That's awesome news.
Scandinavian 448, contact fleet control 127.755.
Sorry, broken, just say again.
127.755 for Scandinavian 448.
127.755, thanks so much, Scandinavian 448, bye-bye.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey descending level 100.
And a nice arrival here.
Drake 2 Delta Whiskey, Copenhagen approach, good evening, identified. Expect ILS approach runway 22 right, descend to flight level 80.
Okay, descend 80.
Oh my gosh, they're putting that one over on 22 right.
Yeah, so confirm negative hold there.
No, continue present heading though.
Okay, present heading.
Descending to 8,000 feet.
Drake 2 Delta Whiskey, reduce speed 230 knots.
Okay, that's all good and in. I can't tell for another few hours.
60, Broadford 19.
397 Tango Alpha, reduce speed 220.
Loviz said that they were using 22 right when Loviz landed too. Wesley says check.
Actual approach, very good evening. Emirates 9527, 250 knots inbound the course of VOR.
I've heard about this. So Wesley, I've heard about this. And I have been meaning to go and save this as a link. I just popped it in there for y'all. This is really kind of nice. There's the flight sim. Now you have to sign in with Xbox and stuff. But you can get Lido charts this way, which is awesome. Thank you for this. I've been meaning to find it. I think Polyot...
Scandinavian 441, reduce speed 230 knots.
230 knots now for Scandinavian 441. Polyot had it about a month or so ago, and I'd been meaning to ask and never got to. But that is really nice. I definitely suggest if you got Flight Simulator 2024, plug in your ID and use that.
Scandinavian 55 Golf, departure Golf, identified, decline to flight level 190.
Flight level 190 for Scandinavian 55 Golf.
Okay, speed brakes. Auto brakes. And good. All ready to go. Let's see. We are in an A321 today. So it's a longer bus. Not the longest one. That's the A340. There's our arrival. And look at all the little points of light up ahead. Those were all the airplanes on arrival into Copenhagen tonight. This really is just a fun challenge. And as much as I like Frankfurt Friday, this one's really cool too. They also have FAA charts, but that's also the, Lido charts are part of the Lufthansa company. Yeah, I've been
409,
I've been
Copenhagen,
wanting to
identified
experiment
below,
with this
expect
for quite a while now.
230 knots, and descend to flight level 80.
Sibi, okay.
Expect that let's runway 22 left.
Um,
And descend flight level 080, coming from
19, change of runway, expect RLS 22 right.
Roger, expect RLS 22 right, we'll put 19.
Scanning 441, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
1019er on the altimeter, descending now, 4,000 feet, Scandinavian 441.
Scandinavian 55 Golf, turn right, heading 310.
Right, 310, Scandinavian 555.
Scandinavian 441, turn right, heading 120.
Right turn now, 120 for Scandinavian 441.
Rest 9527.
Got it, Sibi, thank you.
5060.
Slorty Bart's here. Hi, Slorty Bart. Welcome aboard. Lovis made it to gate Alpha 20. I know, that's the really cool thing. The ATC here is so freaking good. Slorty Bart, good to see you. Happy Monday. I gotta figure that out. Is it a million points of light event? Boy, I haven't heard that term in a long time.
Canadian 55 Golf, resume on navigation to North Coast.
And 1019.
Go navigation to North Coast, Scandinavian 55.
And 1019 on the altimeters.
Canadian 441, ready speed 220 knots.
220 knots now for Scandinavian 441. Okay, looking good. Flaps 1. Got the airport, got the runway up ahead. Hey, Matt Cat.
Canadian 55 Golf, contact Sweden on 127.
I don't remember the exact name. I should. We fly here so often.
Sweden on 127, this is 127.
Oh, I want to say it's... I don't remember, Matt. I'm sorry. We can... I know how to remember.
Canadian 41409, turn right, heading 210.
FS add-on compare. Let's do it that way. EKCH. It's the Flight Tampa. It's got to be the Flight Tampa that we have. So here you go, Matt Cat. I just put that link into chat for you. So that's the one. Generally, you really cannot go wrong with a Flight Tampa scenery.
Right, heading 210,
Canadian 441, direct Charlie Hotel 626, rejoin the star.
Direct now, Charlie Hotel 626, rejoining the star, Scandi 441.
West 9527, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
So we had a little bit of a turnout, but not much of one. And we got 10 good miles between us.
Down to 5,000 feet, QNH
What scenery has the most Tampa in it? Well, I remember one of my first flight Tampas was Athens. You know, the airport that has a bottle of Uzu up in the control tower. I think Flight Tampa is a really good scenery developer. We've got a great Flight Tampa for... Of all airports, though, there's Flight Tampa did not do Tampa. They didn't do Tampa Airport. Look on in here. So there's the airport. 1, 2, 3, 4 airplanes coming in. I got one over there. I think that's the bridge.
Canadian 441, contact final, call sign only, 120.205.
120205 with call sign for Scandi 441. Thanks. Have a good week.
Speed 160, maintain that till 40 me, broadside 19er.
Holdings 1355, tower 118105.
118.105, Euro in 1355, good night.
Residence 52 whiskey, left turn 250, clear running 22 left.
Left heading 250, clear running approach runway.
There's tower.
Left on 5 whiskey.
Scandinavian 441, sorry about the delay, descent down 3000, speed 200.
Speed is 200, descending 3,000 for Scandi 441.
Italia 850, speed 180.
Feedback 180 now, Italia 850.
Go 19, turn right heading 130.
There actually is a really good Tampa airport.
Ryanair 451 Alpha.
There is a good Tampa. Flaps 2.
Hello to you, descent 3000, speed 200.
It's an A321. I'm going to go full. Irvy's going to boot up a flight Manila to Taipei and fly in the Hurt Typhoon. Irvy, as soon as you figure out what you're going to fly, put your, if you would, put your IC cows and maybe your flight plan into chat. Since I'm going to have to go early today, maybe people would want to fly along with you like that.
22 right.
7 right 190, cleared ILS 22 right, broadside 19er.
LS, get some help. Looking good. Posture check, we're good to go there. And away we go. Get the coffee cup away from the controls so you don't run a chance of spilling it. That would be nice. Yeah, put it over in chit chat too. Yeah, they didn't do Tampa, but there is a really good one. Hey, Tim Dog. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to have to go early today, Tim Dog, but Irvy's going to do Manila to Taipei because there is a typhoon out there. And that might be an interesting flight.
And turn left heading 250, clear runway 22 left.
Left 250 degrees, cleared ILS runway 22 left.
Beer cheers, GT boy. Welcome, welcome.
Windows 52 whiskey, tower 118105, good evening.
118.105,
Got it.
thank you, good evening, Residence 50 whiskey.
Scandinavian 441, mega right turn heading 065.
Right turn 065 for Scandi 441.
And Scandinavian 441, reduce speed to 180 knots.
180 knots for Scandinavian 441.
Ryanair 451 Alpha, mega left turn heading 010, descent 3000.
Boy, if they did that, Sibby, that's like brand new.
Go ahead,
I didn't know about that. That's
good
pretty
evening,
cool.
Descent 3000 feet, speed 200. 3000 feet and speed 200.
Flaps 3, you're going down. This is going to be fast, kids. So they did do a Tampa. No kidding. It's
Ryanair 451 Alpha.
Fly
speed
Tampa,
180.
Tampa.
Speed 180 right now, 451
Final good evening, Emirates 9527.
Emirates 9527, very good evening to you. Descend and maintain 3000 feet, speed 200.
Descend and maintain 3000 feet, speed 200, Emirates 9527.
Scandinavian 441, reduce speed down to 160 knots, maintain the speed until 4.
160 knots and that speed till 4 Scandi 441. Atlas does not want to...
Scandinavian 441, turn right heading 190, clear ILS 22 left.
190, clear for the ILS 22 left for Scandinavian 441.
Blue 19, contact tower, departure 119, distance 355, good evening.
This was a fast turn in. Wow, this picked up.
Italia 850, contact tower 118, decimal 105.
118105, Alitalia 850, thanks, good evening.
Good evening. Ryanair 451 Alpha, mega left turn heading 310.
Left heading 310 right now.
Ha 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 ha. There's the bridge.
Flight by 161, turn left heading.
There's the airport.
361. Left heading
And Loviz says the co-pilot Buster has gotten dinner and all is right with the world.
527, speed 180.
Speed 180 knots, Emirates 9527.
Arm the approach, we're busy. No shame in using the autopilot.
441, descend and maintain 2000.
2000 for Scandinavian 441.
Ryanair 451 Alpha, turn left heading 250, clear ILS 22 left.
Left heading 250, clear LS 2 to left right now for 511.
Sky to 5161, turn further left
The
heading
long A321.
Further left 350, schedule by 161, and Sky to 5161, speed 180. And speed 180, schedule by 161.
There's the turn. Got it. Got it there.
Ryanair 451 Alpha, speed 160 knots, maintain speed until 4.
Gonna go for Bravo 5, but we'll probably get Bravo 4.
Emirates 9527, turn right heading 060.
Right, heading 060, Emirates 9527.
Scandinavian 441, that was a perfect established. You can now contact the tower, 118, this will 105, good evening.
118-105 for Scandinavian 441. Perfect because we had great ATC. Have a good week.
Thanks to you.
118-105. There we go. There's tower. Catstrip, hi there. Scandinavian 441 is on the ILS, 22 left, about 6 miles.
Sky 441, catch tower, hi there. Continue approach number 2.
Number 2 for the runway, Scandi 441. And that was 6 mile finals, right? Irvi is going to do a flight after this. I can't go today, but Irvi's going to do Manila to Taipei because there is a very big storm there. So if you want to fly with Irvi, there's Irvi's flight plan. If you want to fly near the typhoon. Hey, there are some really good controllers here. There really are.
Left turn on runway 30, vacate kilo 3.
Left turn on runway 30, vacate kilo 3, below Tango Alpha.
Speed 815, runway 2 to right, line up and wait. Line up and wait.
So they're already blowing people out on 22 right too. Bravo 5, let's see if we can make it. Okay, speed's good. Gear down 3 green, auto brakes, speed brakes, ECAM checklist is clear. Wind is from the right, it's going to blow us to the left. AP is off, captain's got the airplane. No need for panic. No, you shouldn't call the flight attendant and order another adult beverage. I don't think so. I see like 2 airplanes, one on the runway.
Runway 2 to left, clear to land, winds 260 degrees, 7 knots.
2 left, clear to land, Scandinavian 441.
1355.
I see airplanes on the other one, so I don't think we'll get to do that today.
Left on 30, back at kilo 3, 0 winds 1355.
Northwood 19er is vacating off right.
Right there.
Can I send Tango vacated kilo 3?
Peter 7 Tango Alpha, contact April 11630.
11630, see you, Peter 7 Tango Alpha.
Speed 815, runway 2 to right, cleared for takeoff, winds 260 degrees, 7 knots. 2 to right, cleared for takeoff, speed
Tower, very good evening, schedule by 161 with you, ILS approach 22 left.
Schedule by 161 tower, low, continue approach number 2.
Number 2, schedule by 161.
What's...
Broadsword.
Broadsword 19er, taxi Alpha, hold shot 30.
Taxi Alpha, hold short 30, Broadsword 19er.
Alpha 850, continue on Bravo, cross 30, hold short of Zulu. Thanks very much,
And we made our taxiway!
Runner 451 Alpha, runway 2 to left, clear to land, winds 260 degrees, 7 knots.
Runway 2 to left, clear to land right now, 451 Alpha.
Thanks 1355, contact Apron 121-630.
With over to grade, apron on 121.630, 0 winds 1355.
Good evening, Emirates 9527, 9 mile final, runway 22 left.
Big Lufthansa cargo up ahead. We should probably not bump into the big. Ooh, an MD-11 too.
Air 441, taxi Bravo, cross 30, hold short of Zulu.
Bravo, hold short of Zulu for cross the runway, Scandi 441. Is that Chewy? Hi, Chewy. Really?
Kilo 3.
Crossing runway 30, approved and vacate Kilo 3, Redmond 5 to Whiskey.
Chewy's in the MD-11, no kidding. Well, we didn't bump into the MD-11. Our favorite cargo plane. Can't wait for that airplane to come to Flight Sim 2024.
New recruit detected. Welcome aboard, Agent. Stay
Fang,
sharp.
welcome aboard.
Air 441, no taxi route left on 30 right Delta, hold short Zulu.
Left on 30 and right Delta, and then hold short of Zulu for Scandi 441.
Skyline 161, runway 22 right.
We did not land on the taxiway. No, we did not do a Harrison Ford.
To left, Skyline 161.
Speedbird 815, contact approach on 118455.
118455, Speedbird 815.
Uh-oh, what was that again?
850, contact April 11630, bye-bye.
11630, out of 2850, bye-bye.
Bravo.
Vision 2 Whiskey.
I forget what we were supposed to do. Runway 30. Was it Kilo 3 that we're going out to, or Alpha?
Cross 30 short of Zulu, request taxi to the cargo apron, please.
Stay with me.
I sincerely apologize.
No worries.
Tower, hello, visit 37 on Foxtrot, holding short.
I forget where we were supposed to stop.
First Air 441 on Delta, contact April 11630.
On Delta 121630 for Scandi 441.
With that 37 Tower, hello, call you back shortly. Emirates 9527, runway 22 left, clear to land, winds 260 degrees, 7 knots.
Clear to land, runway 22 left, Emirates 9527.
Tower 2 KLM to 1 and ILS.
Is that Delta?
To left.
Capture 19 Tower, hello, continue approach.
Continue approach KLM to 1 and.
Yep, that's Delta. We were on Bravo.
Holding short, Kilo 3.
First one, 451
Okay,
Alpha,
boy, am I
for
glad I
standby
just
on
didn't
your
go
right.
blazing down the runway. Bravo, cross 30, hold center Zulu. Thank you, AH.
Petros 54 Whiskey, contact April 11630.
Oh my gosh.
11630, thank you, goodbye, Redmond 5 to Whiskey.
Question 2 Delta Whiskey Tower, hello, runway 22 right, clear to land, winds 260 degrees, 7 knots.
22 right, clear to land, thanks. Apron, Redmond 5 to Whiskey, holding short, Kilo 3.
And we hold short of Zulu. Thanks, AI.
West 52 Whiskey, cash away from Grafton, taxi stand, Alpha
Got a
31
big A380 over there. And we hold short of Zulu.
And Kilo to stand, Alpha 31, Redmond 5 to Whiskey.
Catstrip, good evening. Scandi 441 is on Delta holding short of Zulu.
Scandinavian 441, Castrip apron, go after. Good to have you with us again. Taxi stand Alpha 51 via Quebec, Yankee and Papa.
Going to stand Alpha 51, Quebec, Yankee, and Papa for Scandinavian 441. Okay, Quebec, Yankee, and Papa. Quebec, Yankee, and Papa, and it's going to be Alpha 51. There's Alpha 15. I don't see an Alpha 51. So Delta, Quebec,
Sky Dubai 161
Yankee and Papa. I bet he, no. Alpha
Zulu, Quebec, Yankee and Mike.
Alpha 51?
Alpha 11 via Zulu and Alpha 11 via Zulu and Quebec. And again, please.
I think I got the wrong
Quebec,
gate.
Yankee and Mike.
Okay, this should be
Zulu,
Quebec.
and Yankee and Mike.
Delta Quebec, and then we'll go to Yankee and then look for Papa. And APU, that can go on. Everything else is good. Not blinding everybody. Probably ought to turn off the...
Sky Dubai 161, confirm taking your left, sir.
Okay, that's Zulu. That's Zulu. Yankee is next for us.
Okay.
So Yankee is over here. And then Papa. There's Yankee. And then Papa's like right after that. This is not where I thought we were going to go today. And they said Alpha 51. I don't see an Alpha 51 over here. I see a Bravo 15. And then this is Papa right here.
Runner 451 Alpha,
A15.
Grafton, taxi stand Alpha 8 via
That
Quebec,
should be
Yankee
Papa.
and Lima.
Did I write it down wrong? Olivance, I wrote it down wrong. We're looking for Alpha 15. So there's Papa right there. I see Bravos. There's Alpha 15 over there, but that we can't go there from Papa. So... Cut strip ground, Scandinavian 441. We took a wrong turn at Papa. Can we go to Bravo 9?
Scandinavian 441, negative, you taxied correctly. My mistake, the stand is Bravo 15.
Bravo 15 for Scandi 441. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
You too.
There's Bravo 15. I see where we're going. There it is. Look at that big lufty over there. What a great night to be flying here in Copenhagen. Bravo 15. And so what we'll do is we'll do a tight turn around here. And away we go around here like that. There's our ground, so landing lights off. Don't want to blind the ground crew.
You too.
There's Bravo 15 there. Okay, we did the tight turns just fine there.
Lufthansa 1 for Charlie, ready for start and push.
There we go. How about right at that spot? Perfect. All right, how did we get everything up here? Do we have an APU? Sure do. So that looks really good. Let's come down here. And engine number 1, engine number 2. That takes care of those two. Stop squawking. And that gets us off their radar scope. Let's come on up here and do fuel pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And while we're at it, AIRDIRs 1, 2, and 3. And then beacon. And we can do seat belts. It's going to ask us if we want to deboard. Shall we trust GSX and see if GSX will deboard us? Remember the last time we used GSX? Remember what it did? It crashed us. Request deboarding. SAS. And let's see what happens. Here comes a jetway. It doesn't look like it crashed us today. How about that? so it didn't crash us today. Well, we made it. And a really, really nice vectors to Copenhagen. Like Loviz was saying a little bit earlier today, I mean, this is such a great event. It's always so smooth here. The ATC is great, and it's just, what's incredible about it is the sheer number of airplanes that they move on this particular trip. It really is just awesome. Open up the cargo doors, and I think we're all ready to go. Again, really, really sorry that it's kind of a short flight today. A last-minute IRL thing has popped up there, so apologies for that, but I can't wait to get together with you on Thursday. I don't know, since I'm leaving early, keep an eye over on Discord. Might pop in with something on Wednesday or something like that. Let's especially since I'm leaving early today. But I'll post stuff over on Discord so you'll know what's going to be going on. But we do have a nice flight suggestion for our first flight, Ibiza to Santander. That's an airport that we have not been to before. And I think Danny VDW had been suggesting that we go check that airport out. So that's going to be what we've got for our first flight on Thursday. And again, keep an eye out for maybe something on Wednesday, okay? Time for my daily shout out and thank you to the secret agents, special agents, and double O's over on Twitch. Awesome jet fuel in the flight plan. But also thank you for being there and helping me to go and enjoy just flying, you know, crazy flying and stuff. Thank you for being over on Patreon. And thank you for the extra support here. I've really enjoyed this month. It's been a really good month for me. I hope it's been an incredibly good month for you too. GSX is being good for us right now. I wonder why GSX decided to crash on us the last time. Remember also, if you didn't get a chance, I've been really wanting to learn how to use the planner that you can use right here on the web. So I'm definitely looking forward to using this planner and checking that out a little bit later on and see what happens with that, okay? So I'll be diving into that and seeing what I can learn. So thank you for being here. Loviz says we should raid. Is Kenko still flying? Let's see. Where's Kenko? Where is that? Why am I getting that? There's Kenko. Let's go and do that. Kenko is doing Korean Air Cargo. Let's go and say Kenko. That's awesome. Thank you, Loviz, for making that suggestion. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Thank you for being here. I, again, appreciate you. Thank you for helping me to keep my lights on here at Spy HQ, and thank you for all the various great kinds of support. Really appreciate those. But as I also like to say, thank you for being such great flight sim friends. I cannot wait to see you at 1800 Zulu on Thursday with a surprise on Wednesday. In the meantime, as always, please stay healthy, stay safe. Can't wait to see you in the friendly sim skies. Until then, cheers. Have a wonderful evening. And stay healthy, stay safe. Thanks for being here. Good night.